Link. Wake up, Link, the chosen one. I am Raru, one of the ancient sages. Ages ago, we ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the entrance to the sacred realm. This is the Chamber of Sages, inside the Temple of Light. The Temple of Light, situated in the very center of the sacred realm, is the last stronghold against Ganondorf's evil forces. The Master Sword, the evil-destroying sword that you pulled out of the pedestal of time, was the final key to the sacred realm. Link, don't be alarmed. Look at yourself. Oh my god, my nose is a triangle! Look, Link, you're big now. You've grown up. The Master Sword is a sacred blade, which evil ones may never touch. Only one worthy of the title of Hero of Time can pull it from the pedestal of time. However, you are too young to be the Hero of Time. Therefore, I cannot speak. Therefore, your spirit, okay, you know what? Cut to when I get this right. Therefore, your spirit was sealed here for 7 years. I didn't even need to cut. It was the next take. Of course it was the next take. And now that you are old enough, the time has come for you to awaken as the Hero of Time. Well, do you understand your destiny? But remember, though you opened the door of time in the name of peace, Ganondorf, the Gerudo King of Thieves, used it to enter this forbidden sacred realm. He obtained the Triforce from the Temple of Light, and with its power he became the King of Evil. His evil powers radiated from the temples of Hyrule, and in 7 short years, it transformed Hyrule into a world of monsters. My power now has only little influence, even in this sacred realm. Namely, this Chamber of Sages. But there is still hope. The power of the sages remains. When the power of all the sages is awakened, the sages' seals will contain all the evil power in the void of the realm. I, Raru, am one of the sages, and your power to fight together with the sages makes you the Hero of Time. The Hero of Time chosen by the Master Sword. Keep my spirit with you and find the power of the other sages. Add their might to your own. And we've gotten our first medallion of the game. The Light Medallion. Find the other sages and save Hyrule. Link, we're back in the Temple of Time. But have 7 years really passed? It looks like you won't be able to use some of the weapons you found as a kid anymore. Let's get out of here. What she's referring to is that we can't use a Kikiri sword, we can't use our shield, and we can't walk anywhere without a cutscene. I've been waiting for you, Hero of Time. When evil rules all, an awakening voice from the sacred realm will call those destined to be sages who dwell in the 5 temples. One in the deep forest, one in a high mountain, one under a vast lake, one within the house of the dead, one inside a goddess of the sand. Together with the hero of time, the awakened ones will bind the evil and return the light of peace to the world. This is the legend of the temples passed down by my people, the Sheikah. I am Sheik, survivor of the Sheikahs. As I see you standing there holding the mythical Master Sword, you really do look like the legendary hero of time. If you believe the legend, you have no choice. You must look for the 5 temples and awaken the 5 sages. One sage is waiting for you at the time of awakening in the forest temple. The sage is a girl I am sure you know. Because of the evil power in the temple, she cannot hear the awakening call from the sacred realm. Unfortunately, equipped as you currently are, you cannot even enter the temple. But if you believe what I'm saying, you should head to Kakariko Village. Do you understand? Okay, so as I was saying before I got interrupted, we cannot use our Deku shields, we cannot use our Kokiri shields, we cannot use our stick, slingshot, or boomerang. We can't even use beans, so most of the stuff that we picked up is useless. Also, you would have a shield right now if you bought the Hylian shield before going to the Dongos. Don't worry, we're gonna fix that. Well, let's see what the world looks like after 7 years. Apparently not very good. I don't think you're going to be able to start a business up here, unfortunately. Especially because there's a bunch of dead people and zombies. That's great. Anyway, let's get out of here. You heard what Sheik said. He said that we're going to have to go to Kakariko. So in general, Hyrule Field only really looks dark when you're around Hyrule Castle. As you can see, it's very bright right now. The only thing that's different is Poes will spawn, which are basically ghosts. And that's the big thing, just Poes spawning. Should I just wait until nighttime? I think I should, honestly. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I think there's a Poe spawn here. Let me see if I can get it. There might not be. I might be crazy. Is it over here? I could have sworn there was a Poe spawn. Nope, I'm just crazy. Anyway, I'll see you when it's nighttime. Alright, it's finally nighttime, so I'm going to enter Kakariko. Now the first thing I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to a place that we haven't seen yet. Which would actually be the graveyard. We always had the option to go there. It's always been accessible to us. But I just haven't gone there yet. And in hindsight, maybe I should have gone there because we would have gotten an introduction to a character that was going to see. But I just didn't feel any need to go. Other than that one song that would have saved me a lot of time. Graveyard. So, some fun trivia is you see this sign. This is in Hylian. This is also translatable. This translates roughly to Welcome to Kakariko Rain, which is weird. I don't really know what that means. I mean, if I'm being honest, my main theory is just that it was a mistranslation because you got to remember that they translated Japanese to Hylian. So to decode it, you'd have to like translate Hylian to Japanese and then Japanese to English. I'm sure something's going to get lost in translation there. These gravestones, anyone that has flowers over it, you can actually pull it. I think you can pull other gravestones too, actually, even if they don't have flowers. But for now, we're not going to worry about that. I'm going to go into this one, because this one has a chest for us. And what's in the chest? Is it rupees? It could be rupees. Nope, it's a shield. It's the Hylian shield. You get one free of charge here instead of paying $80 for it. $80. 80 rupees for it at the bazaar. Or 40, I think is the discounted price. I don't know. I never buy it. I always get it here. So it's nice to just get some free rupees. The other thing I'm going to do is pull this grave. And, well, we can go down here. Also, that's a Poe, if you're wondering. This is Dompe. He would be alive if we went here when we were a child, but we never met him, so we're meeting him when he's dead. Young man, are you fast on your feet? I may not look like it, but I'm confident in my speed. Let's have a race. Follow me if you dare. So you're gonna have to follow Dompe. He can kind of be a troll because he wants us to follow him, but then he also drops fire. That's great. Thank you, Dompe. But yeah, other than this being a massive troll, this is pretty doable. You're actually going to want to do this race a second time, and there's a pretty quick way to do that I will be showing off, don't you worry. Because there's actually a second prize for doing this again. Dompe, could you please not set me on fire? Pretty please. I said pretty please. How could you do this to me? Fun fact, if you hug the left of this and spam B, you can just jump slash up. It's very useful, especially if you're going for the second run, because I believe you have to do it under a minute. But the first run, I don't think it really matters. Like, the only thing that matters is that you beat the time limit, because if you're too slow, these doors will close on you, and obviously that sucks a lot. The time of this race was 1 minute. Young man, you were very quick to be able to keep up with me. As a reward, I'm going to give you my treasure. It's called the hook shot. Its spring-loaded chain will pull you to any spot where its hooks stick. Doesn't that sound cool? I'm sure it'll help you. I'll live here now, so come back again anytime. I'll give you something cool. One more thing, be careful on your way back. And yeah, this is where you get the hook shot. I'd say the hook shot is probably one of the most iconic Zelda items ever. I feel like most people know what it does, but if you don't, it's basically just a grappling hook. But you know, not the grappling hook from Wind Waker. Just a better grappling hook that brings you to places faster. Now, most people are going to go through that door behind me, and you know, that's fine if you want to do that, but I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to get a little bit close, but I'm actually going to face the side. That's a bit of a weird angle. Hold on. There. I'm going to be here, and I'm going to side hop left and side hop right as soon as I can. And what that does is that voids you out, and that puts you at the start of Dompe. That path leads outside of the grave, which is fine, but like I said, we want to come back here. So to save on that travel time, you can just get put back to the start of the race instead of having to go all the way around to come back here again. So, I believe you have to be under a minute. I think, anyway. I thought it was under 50 seconds for some reason, but during practice, I got it with like 57 or something. So, I think it's under a minute. As you can see, I might not get it, because I'm actually terrible at this game. Plot twist. Not really. I'm okay at this game, but I'm specifically terrible at Dompe. I've never been good at Dompe. And I went the wrong way. There's no way this is going to work. I mean, I'll continue it. I'll continue the run, but I'm pretty sure I lost this. Like, especially how I keep bonking like that. Like, that's not cool. I mean, I'm going kind of fast now, but it's like too little too late. See, I'm already at 50 seconds, although this is the final room. I might not even beat my last time. I might actually be slower than the first time I did this. Yeah, I'm 1 second slower. Does he even give me this? No. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this again. That's just great. He's not supposed to give you a red rupee. Okay, so this is definitely not my second time doing the second race. I did it flawlessly. I don't know what you're talking about. Hopefully this one goes not a lot better, because, like, I was so good last time, so I actually need to be nerfed. Okay. Dompe, maybe you shouldn't actually listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about, man. You know? I think you should just listen to your own gut. I think that's the first time I just slashed that instead of jump slashing in a very long time. Okay, I don't mean to get cocky, but I think I made it. Yeah. 53. I said 50. It should have been 53, but I got stuck on something. Yeah, okay. Under a minute, you get a heart piece. I don't know why I failed at that, but we're locked in here now. And there's a Song of Time block, and the way you get rid of this is you play the Song of Time. This does not actually make the block vanish. I repeat. Well, it does, but it doesn't delete the block. It actually transports it back in time. So theoretically, if you could be in this room as a child after this point, the block will actually be there. And that's how Song of Time blocks actually work. And we made it to the best song in the game. Heart piece. By the way, if you fall off, I believe you can get onto here and then jump. Yeah, and then you can just do this. Very handy. You can actually get that as a kid with a boomerang, but I don't recommend it. It's just kind of out of the way. Grrr, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget what happened on that day 7 years ago. It's all that Ocarina kid's fault. Next time he comes around here, I'm gonna mess him up. That's scary. What? You've got an Ocarina? What the heck? That reminds me of that time 7 years ago. Back then, a mean kid came here and played a strange song. It messed up this windmill. So, is that strange kid us? Because we never even entered this building as a kid. It's very curious. Must have been some other Ocarina kid, clearly. It should still be nighttime, hopefully. Okay, yes it is. Now, you can actually hook shot. I don't know if you can. No, not close enough. What you can hook shot onto actually is this building up here. If I could actually do it. There we go. And that is the intended way you get this heart piece. The reason why I know you're not intended to get it as a kid is because he says it's the exact same. Good to see you again. But if you were here as a kid, it would literally be your first time seeing him. So this is definitely intended for you to have the hook shot. Thank you for the piece of heart. There are actually two ways to get that. First is an alternative way of the child method. You might think, oh, you just side hop, and yeah, that's correct. That is what you do, but it's slightly more complicated because this NPC here, you lock onto him and you talk to him, and it's very annoying. Don't worry, there's a solution to that. When you're on the ladder, target and hold target, walk to the left, and do not side hop left. Pause, and then unpause, and then just spam side hop left. And what you do is, because you're unpausing, it won't let you talk to that guy, and you'll side hop instead. So that's a good way to bypass that guy being annoying. And another way to get up there, adult only, is actually, you can just straight up jump onto this. It doesn't look like you can, but you can. And you can jump across the fence for it, too. Speaking of that, there's got to be a way for me to... Oh yeah, I should show this too. So if you didn't get that heart piece with the cow as a child, this is definitely a glitch, but it is cool. You can literally just come over here, hop over here, and you can just grab it through the roof. Who needs logic? I know I don't. Can I? No. I need to find a rooftop to grapple onto. Okay, I think it's over here. I think so. Forgive me, I always kind of get mixed up. I don't always 100% know where to go. Okay, this is a rooftop. I believe that should work too. Okay, I think we got it. Yep, here he is. I believe this is the last Skulltula to be in Kakariko. Speaking of Skulltulas, there is one more thing that we need to do. And that is claim some rewards. The curse has been broken! Thank you! Here's a reward for you. The Stone of Agony. Yeah, Agony's right, because if you don't have a Rumble Pack, this is useless. Like I said, the Rumble Pack was Nintendo's version of Vibration for the Nintendo 64. It was an extension, and if you didn't have it, you didn't get Rumble. Its intended use is to vibrate whenever you're near a secret grotto, which is cool, but other than that, it's literally useless. The curse has been broken! Thank you, here's a reward for you. This is much more useful. This is the adult's wallet. It lets you carry 200 rupees. Rupees troubles are pretty much over. You never really need more than 200 ever, but if you are not quite satisfied with that, don't you worry, because now we have 500. So we're good to go for money. Not that money was too important to begin with. So, now that we have all of that, I think it's time that we start heading towards the first dungeon in the game, which just so happens to be the place that we started it. Kokiri Forest.